everybody, and welcome back to Beat with Katso. Cut. Hi everyone. Hi everybody, and welcome back to Beat with Katso. We are back with another video. So for today's video, it is highly requested from you guys, and I know I took forever to film this video. I am extremely sorry for that, and I'm probably late, but I know my opinion still matters. So for today, we will be reviewing none other than Makeup Revolution. As we all know, they did launch in South Africa, I don't know, about like 3 months ago or 2 months ago at Click stores, and I finally got my hands on it because they did launch their store later than everyone else actually in the game, because I live in the south. And yeah, I'll just be reviewing a few of their products for you. So I'm going to tell you guys what I picked up. So I got their palette. It doesn't really have a name. Okay, it says Makeup Revolution Reloaded. Yeah, I think that's the name of the palette. So I got this palette over here. And then I got their Makeup Revolution Ultra Sculpt and Contour Kit in light to medium CO4. And of course I had to get their foundation stick as well as their concealers. Okay, so I'm most excited about their foundation and their concealers because I've heard so much about this, and I've also seen a lot of my favorite YouTubers use this on their channels as well. So I have really high expectations, but let me stop rambling on and let's get right into the video. So I've already done my eyebrows to save some time, and I have prepped my eyes for the eyeshadow, but I am going to add some of this concealer onto my eyelid. So this is the Makeup Revolution Conceal Define Full Coverage and Contour Stick. Well, this is obviously just the concealer, and this is in the shade C12. The packaging is super cute, and I feel like there's a lot of product in this. Ooh, guys, sorry. Okay, so first off, the packaging is really cute. I like this rose gold thing that they have going on. It makes it go from like drugstore makeup to a bit of your high-end type of concealer. How much product is in this? 4 grams. Okay, I'm not even gonna choke. I don't even know the difference, but whatever. Okay, while the concealer smells quite strong, it does have a scent. It smells like a chemical, like a makeup. If you don't mind, then that shouldn't be an issue for you. I did not do my eyebrows with this concealer just because I feel like it's a bit too light for my eyebrows. So I just concealed with my LA Girl and Black Opal foundation. I mixed those two together. So I'm just gonna top that up with this concealer. My beauty blender is damp, but like still kind of dry. I didn't drench it in water because I just feel like that takes up so much product. And then I'm going to go ahead with my Yardely loose powder in translucent gray, you guys already know. And I'm just going to lightly brush that over my eyelids. Okay, so before we get into my eyeshadow, I'm going to apply my Nivea Perfect and Radiant Sensitive Day Cream all over my face. I do like to use this to prep my skin, but I will still be applying my primer on. I just haven't moisturized my skin. I love this day cream so much. So now we're going to get right into our eyeshadow. When I got to Clicks, the one thing that I really like about Makeup Revolution before I even tried any of their products is that I noticed that there's a lot of drugstore products that we use that just have your foundations, your mascaras, your liners, your concealers and powders, but not a lot of them have eyeshadow palettes that are highly pigmented and affordable. Not that I'm saying that this is highly pigmented, because obviously this is a review and a first impression, but I like that they have so many eyeshadows in their range that you can choose from, and they're all quite cost effective as it is a drugstore product, so that's just off the bat. Okay, so I have tried to film this video before, but it just was such a disaster. So I have used this palette multiple times, so it obviously looks used. So one thing that I will say about the packaging is that it's like the packaging is okay. I'm not like blown away by it. It's just an eyeshadow palette. I like that you can see the colors in the palette without having to open it, but at the same time I feel like who doesn't like an eyeshadow palette with a mirror inside it? You know, if you're on the go or you're traveling, it's always nice to just have a mirror inside your eyeshadow palette that you can just, you know, look into while you're applying your eyeshadow, that you don't need a second mirror. You know, it's just for like a convenience thing. So that is the one thing that I would say sucks. And also they don't have any names for the eyeshadows. Yeah, they don't have any names for the eyeshadows, which is a bit like for someone like me who does tutorials. that would be helpful to be able to tell you guys what colors I'm using instead of saying this one over here and then I just give it my own name. But other than that, the packaging is cool. Obviously the branding has to be there, so yeah. And I like that it's travel size. I know that they do have bigger palettes, but this is kind of perfect for travel size. It's just missing that mirror as I said. Okay, so first off I'm gonna go in with a transition color. Am I? Yes, and I'm gonna use this light brown color over here. Wait, this one over here. And I'm gonna apply this all over my lid with my blending eyeshadow brush. See, I just want to keep holding this in my hand so that I can look into the non-existent mirror. So, ooh, that's a lot of. Okay, first of all, when you get some product from your brush, from brush to pan, there is a bit of what do you call it? Is it not fallout? Yeah, there is a bit of fallout in the pan, but I don't really mind that because if the shadows are highly pigmented, I really don't mind the fallout. But if there's no pigment at all and there's fallout, it's kind of useless. So I'm not mad at that at all. And as you can see, this is the second time I put my brush into the pan, and the color payoff is obviously very visible. I need to get new brushes, but I'm so picky when it comes to my brushes, and I feel like it's so hard to find really good brushes that have a really good set, that I don't have to buy the brushes one by one or individually. But I do need to get new brushes, and I'll make a video on that as well. I think I should make a video on how to buy some good ass brushes. Okay, so the color payoff is quite good. Like, I'm not mad at this color at all. Kind of bring this upwards, but not too high up. So this transition color would be really good for like an everyday, I'm actually noticing now, it would be really good for like an everyday, quick out of the door kind of makeup look. You just slap on some mascara and lashes, foundation, and you're good to go. This is a really, really nice light brown caramel color. It's really nice. Okay, so like I said, I'm not quite sure what look I'm going for today, although I have had like 3 multiple looks with this eyeshadow palette. But I'm gonna go in with that same brush. So this shade over here, this orange shade over here, and I'm gonna put this all over my crease. Guys, please excuse the noise. As you guys can see, I'm in a new location. I'm at my friend Tuto's place. So the people here do not have manners, especially her neighbors. So please just try to block it out. Take this blending brush over here. And I think I'm gonna go and take this purple over here. This purple. Should I go with this color? Yeah, let's just layer this shit up, okay? So I'm gonna take this color over here. It looks kind of light. I'm kind of scared of this color. I know, I didn't use it a lot. Okay, that's pigmented. Please excuse my nails. I'm gonna go get them done on Wednesday. Today is Sunday. Just putting it out there. I didn't expect this color to be so pigmented on my eyelid or on my skin tone, but it is quite pigmented. But I'm not sure how it holds up when you start blending the product onto your lid, but when you start to dab the product on, the pigment is still very much there. But when you start to blend it like that, it does kind of disappear. Like, yeah, it definitely starts to disappear. So I'm just going to continue to dab it onto my lid and leave it as is. I hope you guys can hear me. I feel like my voice is really low. Okay, next I'm going to go in with this burgundy, dark brown and purple, I guess, color over here. And I'm taking another eyeshadow brush. And I'm going to put this on the in and outer corners of my eyes. Basically using the same motion that I did with the orange, light orange color. Okay, so what I'm starting to notice is that the colors have sort of started to disappear into each other. The bright orange, the color that I started with initially isn't as bright as it was in the beginning for my crease. And the second color that I put on, which is that light orange, as I said, once you start to blend it out after you've patted it onto your lid, it starts to disappear. And I'm noticing that with the purple as well. So let me just try and start to blend it out. See what happens. But you can't see the color gradient anymore. That's just the point that I'm trying to make. So the colors are pigmented, but I'm not sure if you're able to layer them, which is what I usually do with all my eyeshadow colors, just to create that color gradient. But this is proving to be a bit dizzy, because now it just looks like one color, if that makes sense. So let me just blend everything together. It actually really doesn't look that bad. I'm not like mad at it, but it would have been nice to see the gradient between the three colors, you know? Otherwise, what's the point of having that many eyeshadow colors on your lid? Okay. Next, I'm going to apply my shimmer shade, and I'm going to be using this. It's not like a champagne color. What is this actually? I don't know what to call it. Once again, this is why they should have names for their eyeshadows for people like me. I don't know what the fuck to call colors. The concealer to cut my crease. I hope it works, because I always use my LA Girl concealer to do this. So I'm just going to take the product from the brush applicator. Well, the applicator is quite good actually as well, but you'll see. We'll talk about that later on once I conceal and do my complexion makeup. So I've done that. And I'm going to go ahead and cut my crease. So once I'm done applying my concealer, the concealer is hella thick on your eyelids. I don't know how I feel about that. I just feel like my lids feel heavier, but it's not a chain smash. I don't really mind. Yeah, so this shade over here. I think I'm going to do this one and that one, actually, the pink one. No, it's good. I'm going to put that on the inner corner and just pat that onto my eyelid where I put the concealer. Okay, so the shimmer shades are really weird. They're so pressed, like I don't know if that makes sense, they're so pressed into the pan that when you take the product, right, like so, okay, so you pat it, and I go from pan to brush and onto my eyelid. Nothing's really happening. And I don't want to dig into the palette because then I'm basically ruining the whole thing, but I don't know if you guys can see it on camera, but you basically have to work hard to get the color to show off on your lid. I think it's the concealer. I'm not sure how it would work out without the concealer if you just put it on there. Okay, the concealer dries out really really quickly, so you're gonna have to be really fast. I'm gonna go in with that pink, light pink shade. I'm gonna put the rest of that color onto my lid. Okay, that looks really pretty. Okay, next I'm going to go back with that blending brush that I used to put on my crease color with that first orange, and I'm going to put it on the outer corner of my eye to diffuse the harshness of the concealer. Okay, so this looks pretty. Okay, so next I'm going to wing my liner. Okay, this is not from Makeup Revolution, but this is new to me. I usually use a gel pot liner, but I just thought, why not try something new? So I got this Essence 2-in-1 eyeliner pen. So it has a thin side, which is this for more of a precise thin liner, and then it has the thick side. I'm gonna put on my Beauty by Frida Illuminating Drops. I haven't used this in a really long time, so I just felt like being extra. Anyway, so this is in the shade F13. So before I put it on, I have to tell you. So I went to Clicks and I obviously tried the shades on my chest because I like my foundation to match my body and not my face. I remember the shade that I tried, I don't know if it was going down or up, but basically the shade that I have on now was the best suited for me. But I know the one shade that I tried was going to be either really light, and then the one after that was going to be too dark. And so I took the shade and it looked fine on my chest. I really didn't pay attention to if it oxidized or not, but I think I will come back onto the camera and show you guys later. So that being said, when I did this tutorial the first time, this foundation shade looked really extremely light on me, and it did look a bit ghostly. And I remember it not having any undertone that obviously matches my skin tone, which would be like a yellow undertone, because I do naturally have yellow undertone. I just remember it being very neutral and pinkish actually. Am I gonna blend this with my blender? Let's see. Okay, so first off, the foundation is really thick because I can feel it on my skin. It's like I can feel that I've got foundation on, and I haven't even concealed, contoured, baked my face, so I feel like it's cakey, and I haven't even completed the rest of my face, but it is quite cakey. Okay, so this is the first layer of the foundation, and I don't know how I feel about the shade. Like I said, I'm not too crazy about it. I feel like their shade range isn't that amazing. You'd be lucky to find something that suits you exactly, but if you're someone that generally just struggles to find something that's your shade and you constantly have to mix your foundations, yeah, I wouldn't really say that the shade range is up to standard. You guys know how I feel about my scarring, so obviously I do want something that covers up my scarring. with the first layer, I feel like it did do like justice. Obviously, like it's not so bad. I still can't see my scarring, but it's not that bad or terrible. I would go in with the second layer, so I think I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. I just applied it in like those dark areas where I absolutely necessarily need that coverage. Okay, so she is buildable. I'm liking the second layer a lot, but you could see that I have makeup on. There's no way, if you're going for like an everyday makeup routine, or if you're going for something really light, or even in the summertime, I wouldn't suggest this at all because my face feels really oily right now. Like if you've got oily skin, I'm not sure how this foundation would work out for us babies. I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but my T-zone area is so oily. I feel so greasy. This foundation is so thick, bless it. Okay, next I'm going to take my concealer. I feel like I almost need to put powder on my face. Just pat it in my T-zone. I'm so oily. Next, my favorite parts, I'm going to highlight, and this is in the shade C12. So as you guys know, what I normally like to do with my concealers, with my eyeliner concealer, is that my concealer sits before I start to blend it in, because that makes the concealer more full coverage and thicker. But because I did apply this onto my eyelids and I know that it's super thick, I'm just going to start blending it out immediately. And because it dries out really quickly, I wouldn't suggest that you sit with this one for a while. So immediately when you start to put it on, just go ahead and start blending this. The applicator is really soft. I'm not mad at it at all. The concealer is super thick, the foundation is super thick, everything is just thick. My face feels so heavy. I'm not gonna lie to you, I really like my concealers to have that yellow undertone. Basically with like my baking powder, that's why I mix my Yardely powder with my Sacha buttercup, because I really like that buttery yellow golden undertone. I don't know if I'm making any sense. So with this concealer, I feel like it has a really pink undertone, a very neutral undertone. Same with the foundation. I don't think it's warm at all. I understand that your concealer does need to be 2 shades lighter than your foundation shade, but this, I don't know, I just feel like it's so neutral. Like, I don't know. I'm not crazy about it, just put it like that. Okay, next I'm going to contour with my black Opal contour stick. I don't know why I didn't get a contour shade for this. Okay, so once I'm done blending out my face, I am going to bake with my Yardely translucent powder and translucent bare and my Sacha buttercup, because I mix those two together. Oh, I tried to get the Makeup Revolution banana powder, but they were sold out. I think they only had 3 at the Glen, and I was too late. And I went back the last time, and they still didn't restock it. So I was just like, you know what, actually, I'm good. Okay, so next I'm gonna warm up my skin with this palette over here, which is the Ultra Sculpt and Contour Kit in light to medium. So it says over here that this is the blush, this is your highlighter, and this is the contour. I don't know who blushes with the shimmer shade. I'm pretty sure that people blush with like pink shades. I'm so nervous about this. So my advice is to start off bit by bit, and then you can obviously just build up and use your discretion to decide how contoured you want to be or how sculpted you want to be. So I just put a little bit, and it's not as bad as I thought it would be. I'm not mad at it, like I said. I just think it's okay. It's not mind-blowing. I'm not like, whoa, that's the best contour powder ever. It's just a contour powder to me. Yeah, it's just okay. Okay, so next I'm gonna go ahead and put some blush, because I just feel like it goes so well with my eye makeup. And I'm gonna use that same brush and just dab it into my Spice Blush palette. Okay, once that's done, I'm going to remove the bake on my nose. So I'm going to be taking these lashes over here, and I got these for 29 rand at Miniso. It's a Chinese store that's in Mainland and the Glade. That's all I know. I don't know the pronunciation, so I'm going to take these ones over here, although they all look the same. Okay, next I'm going to take the blusher, and I'm going to use this as a highlighter because, as I said, this is too light and it'll look ashy on a dark skinned girl. Let's go ahead and see if this blusher could work as a highlighter. Okay, so that's basically the highlighter. I'm not impressed. I'm not going to beat around the bush, so I'm just going to use my Connie Transform Everyday is My Birthday highlighter. And I'm going to use the shade over here. It's my favorite, as you guys can see. I've used it many times. You guys see the difference, huh? Ah! Exactly. You guys can see, this is what a highlighter is. I don't know what makeup revolution thought that they were doing. Okay guys, so I am back with the final look, and I'm basically just gonna round up everything for you guys and explain and give you guys my views and opinions just to wrap this up. I'm sure you guys are probably shaking your boots right now because you've never seen me wear a wig. Okay, so firstly, their eyeshadow palettes, like I said, would be so much better if it had a mirror, just for travel purposes. Obviously, if you're traveling or if you don't want to have to look into another mirror, it would be nice to just have this mirror on hand while you're doing your face. And also, they don't have any names, so I think I'm going to give it as well. With the building up of the color on my eyes, it wasn't really going too great, but I managed to obviously finesse it. So I think for the palettes, it's not so bad, but I'd give it like a 6 out of 10. But you should go out and buy it though. I definitely would buy another palette of theirs. And then with their Ultra Sculpt and Contour Kit, I would give this about just like a 5 out of 10, just because there isn't anything really special about it. If you do have a contour powder that you already love and something that you're used to, then stick to that. I wouldn't go out of my way to purchase this, but I did obviously just to review it for you guys. So that's like a 5 out of 10 for me. And then with their foundation, the concealers, today it looks really good, but the first time I recorded this tutorial, I looked absolutely horrific. I'm not sure what the difference is today. I think it's because I maybe contoured more and I warmed up my face more, so it doesn't look so neutral on my skin tone. It actually looks really good and flawless. The coverage is amazing. Like I said, the concealers and their contour, and their foundation sticks are quite thick. So if you're looking to like beat the shit out of your face, then I would definitely recommend this. In the summertime, I'm not too sure because I haven't been outside today. I'm not too sure how this would wear with it being so hot outside, and if you have oily skin, I'm not sure I would recommend this. But if you're someone that has dry skin, this is definitely very oily and I don't know, like moisturizing sort of kind of. But if you have oily skin, I don't think you would appreciate this. But yeah, with the concealer, it's just as thick as the foundation. Like I said, if you want to be extremely beat, like to the gods, then this combo would definitely be the one for you. But if you're looking to do something everyday, lightweight, summertime, makeup, no makeup look, this is not the one for you. But with the foundation and the concealer, I give them both a 7 out of 10 because their shade range isn't so great. If you're someone that tends to mix your foundations a lot, then you'd be quite disappointed by this. But everything else is proper, and I love the packaging as well. So definitely like a 7 out of 10 for that one. What else did I try by then? Is that it? That's it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay, cool. So if you guys are wondering what I have on my lips right now, because you guys always ask me what I have on my lips, and I never wear lipstick, but I have the Connie Transform liquid liner in Jamila. It's this one over here. And I line my lips with this random brown lip liner from, I don't even know where it's from, and this one from Essence in Soft Berry. So I lined my lips and then I did that afterwards. So, oh, and the lashes, guys. Wow, these lashes, how cute do they look on me?
Bitch, I'm jealous.
They're so wispy, and I actually thought that they would be really short because I wore them on Friday and they weren't like showing off. But these are so cute, especially if you're gonna do something really elaborate on your eyes. You don't want to have like a fluffy eyelash, but these are super cute. Like I said, I got them for 29 Rand at Miniso, whatever the hell. I'll just put it in the description box. So yeah, that wraps up our review for today. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in my next one. Ciao.
We love you.
Okay, hi everyone, I'm back to check in with you guys. It is now 8 minutes past 12, and I think I started my makeup at around 1:30. So it's been about, how many hours? I'm bad at math. So it's been about 11 hours, correct me if I'm wrong. And I feel like the foundation, first of all, isn't as oily as it is when you're applying it onto your face, because as I did mention earlier, that it feels really cakey and heavy on my face. I can still feel like I've got makeup on, but it's not as heavy as when I applied it. I don't know if that makes any sense. As well, if you're going to want to wear this look out, like if you leave the house, then you come back inside and you decide to go out later, I would just zhuzh up the highlighter because it isn't as loud as it was for during the day. I just think because the look was more suited for the daytime than it was for at night. And yeah, obviously I've had the same lip on and I've been eating and all that jazz, so I haven't really touched up my lip, but that's not what we're here for. The eyeshadow still looks really good. I just took off my lashes, so everything else is like perfect. The foundation is still perfect. It did oxidize it, but I feel it has become a bit warmer on my skin and not so neutral as I was saying the last time. But everything else I feel looks really good. I think it's not so bad for oily skin anymore. I don't mind it at all. Yeah, you might want to just powder it throughout the day if you are going to wear it in summer. I don't think that I'd wear this foundation a lot in the summertime, but other than that, I feel like the foundation is really good. It's a thumbs up for me. For everything else, like I said in the last part of my video, well, the overall review. But yeah, I give this foundation, what do you think, to do?
Buddy, give it an 8, boss.
Okay, it still gives it an 8. I give this, yeah, I give it an 8
Wait,
as well.
let's see if it looks ashy.
It doesn't.
If it's not ashy, then it's perfect.
I feel like it was ashy. I don't know what happened the last time I filmed the video, but can you see it was more whiter than this? But now it looks like I match. There's no like difference. Yeah, it's blended in very well. That's what I'm saying. I feel like it settled into my skin and it oxidized really well. But yeah, overall for the foundation, my final thoughts is an 8 out of, yeah, 7, 8 out of 10. So I think you guys should give it a try if you haven't already. And yeah, that wraps up my review. I think this is the 3rd time I'm saying bye. So bye, guys.